MSG is bad for you, and it's probably going to give you a headache.
Wrong! I don't believe in supernatural. I don't think your Facebook posts are factual. Crap you say makes me want to smash you all. So everybody sing along. Everything you know is wrong. Everything you know is wrong. Everything you know is wrong.
All right, I'm Jesse P.S. This is Everything You Know Is Wrong. You can go ahead and hit dislike below because you probably believe everything you read on Facebook. And you're dumb. I hate you. Tonight's show is about monosodium glutamate, aka MSG. You've probably heard of it. It's the thing that all of your Chinese takeout menus now say they don't have in any of their food. No added MSG. People like to claim that they get sick from eating MSG, that they get headaches, that they have allergies to it. Well, those people are dirty fucking liars. Let's prove why you're a liar with 4 easy steps. Number 1, some dick in the 60s. Did you ever ask yourself, hey, where did this idea that MSG is bad for you come from? No, you probably didn't. You just liked the idea that you could avoid a new thing. You're just like the people that think gluten is bad for them. You're just like the people that think eggs are good for you, and then they're bad for you, and then they're good for you, and then they're bad for you. You just go along with anything you're told. Well, guess what? The idea that MSG is bad for you comes from some dick in the 60s. There's a guy, his name is Dr. Ho-Man Kwok. I'm not making that up. Dr. Ho-Man Kwok wrote into the New England Journal of Medicine in the 1960s, telling them that he was experiencing something he referred to as Chinese restaurant syndrome. He was complaining that every time he ate at a Chinese food restaurant, that he would get headaches, he would feel ill, nauseous, whatever, and he attributed it to MSG. It's something that was actually discovered by Japanese scientists in the early 1920s. And for whatever reason, maybe because he's Korean, Dr. Ho-Man Kwok, and it's invented by Japanese people, and Koreans hate the Japanese. Maybe it was that. That's my theory. Or maybe it was just that he's a bad doctor. But he pinned it to MSG. So some doctors, some scientists did some tests after he wrote this letter in the 60s to see if what MSG would do to a body. Now, they didn't use a human body, of course. They used our friend the lab rat. And what they did is they took pure MSG, they put it in a syringe, and they injected it directly into lab rats. And of course, it had terrible results. If you directly inject too much of anything in your body, you would get terrible results, even if it's something that's normally good for you. So everything that you think about MSG is based around this one study done in the 1960s, based on some dick who wrote into a medical journal, where the test was injecting the shit into the mouse's veins. I don't think you inject MSG into your veins, do ya? Do you really? So let's move on to point number 2. Science says you're a liar. The FDA, the EU, and even the FSANZ, which is the Australian, New Zealand sort of FDA thing, they all say MSG is fine. It's not going to hurt you. You're going to be okay. They all agree on that because there's been multiple studies done since the 1960s. There was a study in 2000 where they used 130 subjects. It was a double-blind, placebo-controlled study. It's basically what all of our information on MSG nowadays is based on because it's the largest study ever done on it, and literally no bad results were recorded. 2 people in 130 subjects reported negative results from the MSG testing. And when they tried to replicate those results in those same 2 people, they couldn't do it. It never happened again. So let's move on to point number 3. You're already eating it. You already consume MSG all the time. As a matter of fact, let's go back to that Chinese food for a second that Dr. Ho-Man Kwok was so up his butt about. When you eat Chinese food and they say on the menu, no added MSG, that might be true. They're probably not adding any MSG to it, but you are. Every time you use those little soy sauce packets, because soy sauce is fucking loaded with MSG. Now, we need to go back to the science of MSG for a second. We need to break it down for you. You got to understand where MSG comes from. Monosodium glutamate. We all know what sodium is. That's salt. All right, so one salt, monosodium, one salt. Now, what does that mean when it comes to glutamate? Does that make it artificial? Does that make it some sort of synthesized, disgusting, sweet and low stuff? No, it's not that. MSG is a food additive, but glutamate is a naturally occurring thing. Calling it monosodium glutamate simply means it's the salt form of it. Glutamate is in tons of food. Let's go over a quick list of some of the foods you eat with glutamate. Number 1, mushrooms. Number 2, potatoes. Number 3, peas. Number 4, tomatoes. It's in fucking everything. You can't avoid it. You're already eating MSG. You can't help it. Glutamate is everywhere. In fact, it's so everywhere that, let's move on to number 4, it's already inside you. The human body produces glutamate. You've got about 10 grams of glutamate inside your body just naturally. Just you walking around being a guy, or let's face it, being a lady. You know, I assume it's women that believe this MSG shit. I got into a fight with a girl on Facebook about it, where she tried to tell me that glutamate is not a naturally occurring thing. She told me her doctor has told her MSG is no good for her, stay away. Maybe your doctor did tell you to stay away from MSG, but maybe that's just because you're like a fat piece of shit that won't stop eating other things that are terrible, and you're adding something else on top of that. Nothing is good for you if it's done too much. Moderation is the key to everything. Now, this girl on Facebook tried to tell me that she understands that. I don't think she did, but maybe her doctor said it. Maybe her doctors are wrong too. Your doctor can be wrong. Just because you have a doctor and just because they've got a piece of paper saying they're a smart person doesn't mean they didn't fall for the study in the 60s as well. So let's go back to that MSG being inside your body. It's already in you. Glutamate is a building block for protein. It's a necessary part of protein. You can't exist without it. It's in everything. You need it. You need glutamate to survive. So not only is it safe for you to eat, you should be consuming glutamate. MSG is no different. There's no difference between the glutamate inside your body, the glutamate you're eating from tomatoes, or the glutamate that they were injecting into those fucking lab rats. The glutamate in soy sauce is fine. It's all fine for you. You're going to be okay. Actually, some doctors will even tell you, and nutritionists will tell you, eating MSG is a good way to curb your salt intake. A lot of people eat too much salt. I don't see anybody trying to cut that out of their system. We all understand salt is anything. Why can't we understand that glutamate is in everything? MSG isn't some ancient Chinese secret, eh? It's something that we eat all the time, and you're going to be fine. By the way, MSG is delicious. Have you ever eaten it? It's great. It literally just makes everything better. It's the idea of umami, right? We've all heard that term because that's like a popular thing now in America is to say umami. They got a burger place named after it. But umami, if you don't know, is the fifth taste. It's savory, basically. We had a word for it. We just think it's cool to say umami. Savory is the flavor that MSG provides. It makes things taste better. That's why it's a great additive. It's fucking delicious. Put it in everything. Say, ooh, mommy. All right, well, that does it for everything you know is wrong. We got a podcast called Pod Awful. We're live every Sunday, Wednesday, and Friday, 8 p.m. Eastern Time, over at podawful.tv. You can subscribe to our podcast on iTunes, subscribe to Everything You Know Is Wrong, and all of our other videos right here. Next time on the show, we'll be talking about red meat and why you don't need to worry about it being cancerous. If you'd like to help keep us going, we've got something called the Pizza Fund. It's our Patreon account. It helps us out, and you get bonus content. So join it today, podawful.com/support. Join the Pizza Fund and put some MSG on your pizza. Did I leave anything out? You let me know in the comments below. Tell me what you'd like me to cover in a future episode of Everything You Know Is Wrong. And hey, if you think you know more than me, go ahead and try to prove it, because I bet I'll prove you wrong. All right, that's it. Bye.
Thanks, pod people. Head over to podawful.com/iTunes and subscribe to us on iTunes. We're live every Sunday, Wednesday, and Friday, 8 p.m. Eastern at podawful.tv. Love the show? Keep it going by donating to the Pizza Fund. podawful.com/support. Help keep Jesse from finally ending it all. The show never ends on Facebook. Join our group at podawful.com/group. Watch all our videos on YouTube. Subscribe at youtube.com/podawful. Hey, stupid girls! We're on all your favorite social media platforms. The name is always Podawful. See you on Instagram or whatever. And anything else you need is at podawful.com.